and that creates a heat dome. Underneath that, you have sinking and compressing air. And I want you to visualize you have a balloon that's way up in the atmosphere and is big like this. Within that balloon, you have a bunch of little particles. Well, when the balloon's this big, they can dance around with no problem in that balloon. They're like, yeah, fist pumping. They're not really running into anybody.
Hey, don't steal my moves.
That is Jordan's move, by the way. When that balloon gets pushed to the ground like this, the space sinks, but you have the same number of dancers in that balloon. So now Jordan and I and Cantor, we'd be bumping up against each other, right?
Grinding.
And you don't have any space, and it gets hot in there and schwitzy. What'd you say?
Nothing.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Just bumping up against each other.
I don't know what you said.
Oh, my God.
But anyway, I'm going to go back to what I was trying to explain. Hopefully I didn't lose you. Now everything is a lot warmer because there's less space for all the dancers. What did he even say? Tell
Nothing. When you're dancing close together, you're just
Yeah?
bumping up against each other. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Anyway, 81 in Houston. Welcome to my life, everybody. 81 in Houston right now with a 74 dew point. That's going to make it feel a lot hotter out there. Today, temperatures will be warming. And by the way, Jordan, into our Wednesday, they expand north and keep going east and west.
Good analogy, though. Now it makes me want to go dancing this Friday.
I don't know if anyone caught it. But.
No, good analogy.
Cheap sunglasses.
Well, shout out to Summer Sunshine at America's Morning Headquarters. It is Tuesday, June 27th, National Sunglasses Day, and a time to remind everyone that the sun's rays can burn your eyes just like your skin. So make sure your sunglasses are not only trendy, cool, and stylish, but they should also protect against ultraviolet light. So let's check out some of our sunnier cities across the country today. And we're going to start you here from Dallas all the way to Los Angeles and up by 5 to Seattle. We're going to see a lot of that sunshine. And as we go anywhere from Chicago, look at this little sunshine sandwich we have going on in between the storms in the Northeast and in the Southern Plains from really Minneapolis, I should say, all the way down into Orlando. It has been a wild June, Jim, when it comes to the severe weather. It's felt more like May. The tropics have felt more like September, August, September. It has been nuts out there.
It has. And
we want to take you here into St. Louis, the gateway to the west, and there is the arch, which you can go up in. If you didn't know, you can actually go up into this. Have either of you ever gone up in the arch?
Bettis one time when we were out for the NWA conference.
Oh, was it like a tightly packed? Everyone says it's pretty tightly packed.
It's pretty tightly packed.
Is it awkward when you're going up kind of the side of it?
It's a little weird, but
a little weird.
You get used to it.
Okay.
You don't have any height. If you have some height issues,
it's pretty high up there, huh?
Have somebody hold your hand.
Well, you've got to get up away from the heat, right? So the higher you go up in the atmosphere, the cooler it typically gets on average. It's not going to be the case, though. It is just going to be this hot, warm dome of air everywhere for us. Average high is 89. We'll be that the next 2 days. And then we really shoot up as this heat is expanding north, literally in all directions. And then it falls off as we head into our Saturday back down towards average. It's not only into St. Louis, but this is getting all the way into central Tennessee. Nashville, we are going to be warm, too. Our average high is 90. We're about that the next 2 days. Then, boom, in comes the heat, and it sticks around into our holiday weekend. Remember, it's 4th of July. Yes, July is literally just a few days away. Who else is going to be feeling the heat? Well, we can bring up the maps and talk about just how bad it's going to be through the entire week. From the first coast all the way over to Arizona, northbound into Illinois, we are going to see excessive heat watches. This is the first time for some cities that they've ever had an excessive heat watch. That's how hot it's going to be. 80s right now with our dew points in the 70s already, so it's already feeling super schwitzy and muggy out there. Oh, you're already sweating away this early in the morning. You go for a run to try to beat the heat, and it still feels like it's in the middle of the afternoon. Temperatures on the thermometer will be in the 110s, 104, 101. This is not including the heat index. When you put that in, it's going to get up to things like 116 into Corpus Christi. Montgomery, Alabama, 100 degrees. And the more you go inland and you're not by a lake or something, it's just that stagnant hot air, and it is just, it's really, really tough. Cincinnati's not going to be that hot, only 79, but in the car after 10 minutes, it's 98. After 30 minutes, 113. So don't leave the kids, don't leave the pets, don't really leave anything in the car. We will see the extended forecast showing triple-digit heat into Louisiana. Notice even by 8 p.m. We're still 106. It feels like it. And that's why this is so dangerous. Here's how everything expands into tomorrow, all the way up into KC. It's 97, eastbound as well. I mean, it is just We used to have a cheer. It was in high school, and we'd go spread out like peanut butter and jelly. And I love that for this because it is spreading out. And Jim, it's going to be sticky like a peanut butter sandwich and jelly.
Do you remember all your high school cheers?
Some of them, not all of them, but I do remember some of them.
Because you do occasionally quote those on the air.
Yeah.
And it's
there was
kind of like
for basketball is dribble, 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 shoot, shoot, put that ball in the hoop, hoop.
See,
so
that's exactly what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I want to hear more of that. To share more about the work that's being done to combat this massive environmental problem we're seeing in the once pristine state of Alaska, we want to bring in Ross Gibby with CRDC Global and Zachary Green with Be Alive Studios. Thank you guys, both of you, for being with us. And obviously the video. Zach, we're going to start off with you. Why did Be Alive Media choose to feature the Gulf of Alaska in our Keepers of the North series?
Thanks.
The videos are amazing. Makes us want to go to that location.
Now
I want to go to Alaska.
Locations alone, you know.
Thank you both so much, Zachary Green and Ross Gibby. We appreciate your time, and of course, the video is going to be inspiring for so many people to check out. I want to go now. And, you know, it makes us think about like this mindful travel idea of like not just going and seeing what I can do to make me have fun. It's like, no, what can I do to give back?
Right.
In whatever location you go to.
Or doing a project like that. I mean, it doesn't take a long time. If you do go to Alaska, maybe help them and do a little beach cleanup there for an hour or something while you're doing your trip. Well, you can watch Rivers Are Life.
These shows are great. Okay, coming up next on Pattern, it's just what the doctor ordered. Well, access to fresh, healthy food is something that's not necessarily available to everyone. But what if your doctor made it mandatory?
We are taking you to Chicago, where you can get a prescription to a very unique pharmacy. Pharmacy. Yes.
Oh.
Noel Brennan from our CBS partner WBBM has the story. I co-sign on this prescription, and I'm so glad that there's a place that people can go to get fresh fruit and vegetables.
Heck yes. I mean, that's like actually helping the problem from like the root of the problem. What could be the problem, right? It's
deep into your cells and everything, 100%.
All right, we do want to take a look at some of the top climate headlines across the globe. The Panama Canal is get a weather update from Felicia, and the smoke is back.
Yeah, it's back. We're not done at all. If you're in Minneapolis or Chicago, you have some